Holy crap, guys. Talk about a green day for the stock market today, man. All thanks to Nvidia, which you guys saw at this point, or at least I hope you saw at this point. It went up over 16% on the day, and that caused a lot of other big tech names to go up massively as well, which all of that combined ended up shooting the indexes up like crazy. We had the S&P 500 up over 2%, Russell up 1%, the NASDAQ went up a whopping 3%, as we had the Dow up 1.2%, and the VIX went down over 5%. So we're going to break down the indexes in this video, and 5 companies, all of which just reported earnings. Nvidia is not one of them, though, guys. Fair warning here. We talked a bunch about Nvidia in, yesterday's videos, but we will glance at it a little bit in this video. But I want to go over 5 other companies other than Nvidia that just reported. And trust me, guys, you're going to want to hear this. So hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and let's dive right into it. So overall, S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, I believe, they both hit all-time highs today. SPY hit 508.49. You guys can see which. I mean, is that surprising? No, considering, the massive move we got from Nvidia today. And that company, guys, is now a $2 trillion market cap, or very close to it. Last I checked, at least. So we had SPY hit an all-time high, and Triple Q did as well. Actually, no, wait. Sorry. I jumped the gun there a little bit. They did it. They did not hit an all-time high, but they're almost there, guys. You might as well just give it to them at this point. We can see 439.14 was the all-time high from about 10 days ago, and today we hit, let's see, literally 2 cents shy from that. All right, fine. 439.12. We're 2 cents away from all-time highs, but guys, pretty much we hit that today on Triple Q and again on SPY. I don't think the Dow, actually no, the Dow did over 39,000 points today for the first time, which is nuts. So all-time high for the Dow, and the Russell obviously is not anywhere near all-time highs. But yeah, Nvidia, guys, it's that type of company now, which you all know that's nothing new. It was that type of company heading into these earnings, and the earnings that we just got solidified it even more. And it's crazy now. Nvidia is the company that's moving the markets, right? It used to be Apple for a while, Amazon, and obviously those still do move the markets. But now it's kind of like Nvidia's taking the torch, if you will. At least kind of the way, or that's kind of the way I'm looking at it right now. So Nvidia, again, we're not going to cover it too much in this video, but I'll pop it up here and show you. We hit almost $800 per share today, $7.91 to be exact, which is obviously an all-time high. Every dollar we go up at this point is a new all-time high from here. So yeah, Nvidia is crushing it, right? All-time high, almost $800 per share, and more people than ever now are thinking it's going to 1,000, over 1,000, which, to be honest, guys, I can see it now. And honestly, I can see it before, or I could see it before the earnings as well. And the thing is here, if they continue crushing guidance, which is huge, they keep beating earnings and revenue, EPS, all that, but really it comes to guidance. If their guidance continues to outpace Wall Street and the growth stays there, this should have no problem continuing here. But once we get that first cut in guidance, once we get maybe the guidance is not as good, all right, maybe that could cause the stock to sell off a bit, which, to be honest, I'm not seeing that anytime soon. According to Nvidia, the demand is surging, obviously, and it's not slowing down. So we'll see. We'll cover this one again maybe tomorrow a little bit more in depth. But for now, let's break down these 5 stocks that I want to go over. Etsy's number 1, which they reported earnings, and their stock went down over 8% on the day. It looks like we're still trading in this wedge, clearly on the 4-hour chart. So Etsy, guys, is hovering above $70 per share. And let's see what they ended up reporting, guys. Looks like they missed EPS. Wow, that's actually a pretty bad miss there. Adjusted EPS, 62 cents, which missed the 78 cents expected, but sales did beat $842 million versus $827 million expected. So they beat sales, missed revenue, or beat sales, missed EPS. Let's see here. They guide for Q1 GMS, or gross merchandise sales, to decline in low single-digit range year over year versus the actual increase of 0.1%. So that's not good at all. The fact that they're, guiding for a decline in gross merchandise sales for Q1, not good at all, in my opinion. Let's see what else here, guys. That's pretty much it in terms of those headline numbers. And it looks like here we got a bunch of analysts adjusting here. It looks like Truist Securities maintains buy on Etsy, lowers price target to 85. UBS adjusts price target to 72 from 75, maintains neutral rating. So it's not like they're cutting it to a sell or anything like that. Let's see. B of A, they cut their target to 82. They maintain a neutral rating. Deutsche Bank looks like, wow, they actually raised their target to 80. They have looks like they have a hold rating on it. So, yeah, not too bad there for Etsy. I'm personally not in this, but overall, if we're looking at it, the chart clearly shows an overarching wedge, and now we're at the bottom of that wedge. So if we do break through here, guys, to be honest, we might be seeing some more red. Time will tell. So that's Etsy. We just got Square's numbers just now, also known as Block. So let's see what Block is doing here after the bell, guys. I actually haven't seen these. So it looks like we're up big time, about $8 or about 11% after the bell. Square is, let's see, at about $75 per share. That's after we sold down to $63 per share. So, wow, that's actually a big spread right there. Geez, 25% from top to bottom on Square or Block. I keep calling it Block or Square, whatever the heck it's called nowadays, guys. I don't even care anymore. Whatever. But yeah, they're moving big time. Looks like we're breaking out on the 4-hour chart. You guys see that? We had a descending triangle. I drew that out clearly. We're breaking out of that, which is great for the bulls. So Block reported, let's see here, guys, adjusted EPS of 45 cents, which missed the 59 cents expected, but they did beat on sales, $5.77 billion versus $5.70 billion expected. So they missed EPS, beat sales. Looks like they see Q1 gross profit between $2 to $2.02 billion, up 17% year over year, an adjusted EBITDA of $570 to $590 million. So pretty good numbers there, except for the miss on EPS for Block. And, man, it's breaking out. So this is definitely one worth watching. Next spot of resistance here is about $80 to $82 per share. That's where we were back in the end of December, also early August. So keep your eyes on Block. Rivian, Rivian, guys, which I know exactly what happened to Rivian here. Well, they didn't report great guidance for the full year 24. Let's break this down quickly here, guys. As the stock went down 25% on the day. Oof, man. And yeah, it looks like demand is not looking as great as they thought, which we're noticing that across the EV space. And now we're at the bottom of this channel that we outlined recently, or the last time that we talked about in Rivian. I was about to say Nvidia. Rivian, which we talked about it recently. So you guys can see we're now at a fresh low on the 4-hour chart. Very beaten down, if you ask me. So maybe a bounce back trade here might work out. We'll see. That's kind of what I'm looking at. But that aside, let's take a look at the numbers here, guys, which we're not really going to talk too much about. EPS, revenue, whatever. Looks like they did adjusted EPS. They lost $1.36 versus the loss of $1.32 expected, although the loss did narrow year over year, which is good. Sales came in at $1.31 billion versus $1.26. That beat. And last year they did, I think, $660 million of revenue in the same quarter, roughly. So, yeah, sales are up 95% year over year, but the fact that their guidance was trash, I think, even if it's not here, I remember pretty much what it was. So essentially, Rivian produced 57,000 vehicles in 2023, and now they're guiding for that same number for 2024, when analysts had expected, I believe, 66,000 to 68,000 vehicles produced. So they went from 57,000 or 68,000 or 66,000 projected, and Rivian's like, oh no, it's going to be 57,000, same as this past year. And, the stock's not loving that at all, which rightfully so. I mean, look, why would the stock like that? That impacts the growth story here. But one thing that might help the growth story and the investor, or not the investor, but kind of, it could help the stock, right? You kind of the confidence in the stock is the new vehicle they're releasing on March 7th, the R2. I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but this is their more affordable vehicle. They're going to try and, get it in the hands of more people, produce a bunch of these vehicles, right? So that is releasing pretty soon here. If that goes well, or, they're going to announce that, right? If that goes well, that's going to be great overall for the stock. And that's the same argument with a lot of these EVs, right? A lot of them are just way too expensive. Sure, Teslas have come down in price, but still pretty unaffordable for a lot of Americans. But if we're able to get a, more mass market vehicle out of Rivian, out of Tesla, it's going to help the companies if they can get it down to, I know Tesla wants to do a 25,000 vehicle. Will they do that? I don't know. I'm not sure what Rivian's targeting for the R2 in terms of price. Maybe 30, 35, I don't know, 30, maybe less, probably not less because I think it's an SUV. But either way, man, this is good news in terms of them trying to get a cheaper product out there, more affordable. But look, man, in the short term, Rivian's getting slaughtered. 2024 might not be the best year. They're also, blaming it on geopolitical issues, higher interest rates, yada, 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 which, yeah, that definitely hurts growing companies, the higher interest rates, no doubt. But yeah, we'll see how it plays out. Maybe I'll throw some money at this as it is pretty oversold. I was even looking to pick it up at about 15, 16. But then I saw earnings were coming up. So I was like, let me wait this one out. Thank God I did that. And now it's pretty looking pretty decent in my eyes, kind of as a short-term bounce-back trade. I would not be surprised. It's not guaranteed, but I would not be surprised if in a couple of weeks, couple of months, this thing were to bounce back maybe to the $14, $15 range. I would not be surprised if that happened. I'm not saying it's going to go back to 2025, but maybe a little bounce back. We'll see on Rivian. And we also got earnings out of Dutch Bros, which I think those were yesterday. Yeah, yesterday we got earnings out of Dutch Bros, and they reported adjusted EPS of, let's see here, guys, 4 cents, which beat the 2 cents expected. Sales also beat 254 million versus 252 million, and they expect 24 revenue of, let's see, 1.19 to 1.2 billion versus the 1.22 billion expected. And let's see, Wedbush reiterates outperform on Dutch Bros, and Wedbush maintains a $37 price target on the stock. It looks like TD Cowen reiterates market perform on Dutch Bros, maintains $33 price target. So yeah, Dutch Bros stock, guys, went up a little bit on the day, nothing crazy, and I still want to try Dutch Bros. Again, I think it's all West Coast. I'm pretty positive it is, and I'm on the East Coast. I've never tried it. Do you guys like it? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, they reported, and we do have a bit of an inverse head and shoulders here. I'm not sure if you guys see that, but inverse head and shoulders all day on Dutch Bros. So let's see if that plays out. I'll set my alert at $29 for now. Let me do that. $29. There we go. And the next one, the last stock for the video, guys. Wait a second, why did I write Square twice? Oh my gosh, I'm a freaking idiot. In my notes, I put Etsy, Square, Rivian, Dutch Bros, then Square again. Crap, what was the last one that I was going to talk about? I don't even remember now, guys. But yeah, let's see, maybe, crap, there was another one too that I wanted to mention. I'll just do it tomorrow. Either way, it doesn't matter. Let's see, maybe we'll do one more here. Might as well. We got a minute or two. So AMD is one that's obviously going up, with Nvidia shooting up yesterday on great guidance and numbers. We can see now we have an ascending triangle on AMD, and I'm not saying it's gonna happen for sure. Obviously, guys, we don't know the future, but ascending triangle, it's testing the highs here from the last couple of weeks, which we've hit 185 time and time again. You guys see that high from the end of last month. I'm thinking if we break 185, man, we could be making that push to 200. I don't know. Call me crazy, but I'm seeing that on the charts here. So let me set that alert. 185, mark is at or above. Again, we have that ascending triangle. Let's see if that plays out. So yeah, I'm gonna do another video tomorrow. Obviously, guys, I'll cover that stock I missed because I'm a freaking idiot. I put square twice on my notes. It is what it is. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. Follow me on X and TikTok. All that good stuff's down below. Don't forget to get your free stocks from Moomoo as well. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys later.